I would like to provide some feedback to help you understand what's going on here in this array assignment. Okay, to begin, the script tag is an HTML element. Everything inside it is JavaScript. Therefore, putting two forward slashes in front of an HTML element does not comment it out. Alright, you need to understand the difference between HTML and JavaScript. Alright, this does not cause a problem, but it is technically incorrect. Script is an HTML element, so I will delete that. Alright, now nothing is ever going to work because this statement is incorrect. Alright, we have what you're doing in theory is correct. You're creating an instance of the date object and assigning it to a variable. However, you create an instance of the date object with the date object, not the date. Alright? You did not code in the correct syntax for the object. The date is not an object. Date is an object. Alright? So therefore, everything you're doing is not going to work. Now, you should have realized that this alert was not being called. Now, but it's not going to be called anyway because look, today's date is, now this is correct, you're concatenating it with the date. Where is the date? That is a variable. Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Well, it can't be down there. JavaScript reads from the top down. And if I have a variable, the date, and it is not yet defined because it's underneath it, JavaScript doesn't know it's there. Alright, so this is not going to work. It's just a test anyway, but I'm just showing you where the problem in your thinking and logic exists. Alright, now we have today dot get date. Today being the date object. Alright, so that is the way that we get the number of the date. And yes, we can store it in this variable. And this is correct also. We're getting the day and storing it in this variable. Now, if we run this alert, so let me save that, and let me load this real fast. Thought it was going to run. Alright, so it's not running because there are still problems. Alright, it's still not running. That's okay. I'm trying to show you. But when we do load the page, what we see, this is what we see down here. Alright, so what you're actually seeing when you're running this is down here in the body section. Alright, now this is HTML. Alright, just because you're writing the day is, and you're writing in the name of the variable, and you're writing in a plus sign, and you're writing in another name of the variable, and you're writing in a plus sign, that doesn't make it JavaScript. This is pure text. That is not JavaScript, number one. Number two, no JavaScript belongs inside the body. Alright? So even if it was JavaScript, it would be wrong, but it's not JavaScript. Even though this might be JavaScript in the context of a script tag, it is sitting here inside the body as text. There is nothing that's telling the browser that that is JavaScript, and there shouldn't be. All JavaScript goes in the head section. So all this down here is wrong. Alright, so let's go back up here. Alright, so for some reason I kind of thought that would work, but it didn't. But you know what? My color coding looks a little weird. Everything is I see too much purple. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. So I'm wondering if there's something else wrong. Alright, so let's comment out this alert. Alright, now here you're declaring here we are declaring a new array. Alright? This is the day array. Now the day array is down here. Alright, it would have been nicer if you put the two of them together, but you didn't. That's okay. Alright, now this seems to be correct. and this seems to be correct, and I don't know why we're not seeing that. I'm wondering if maybe I didn't save it. Alright, let me just, maybe I forgot to save that. I'm not sure of why we're not seeing that alert, so let me just do this one more time. Alright, we're not seeing that alert because there's still some more problems. Alright, so let me just comment that out, and let me just comment this out. I already went through this trying to find the errors, so alright. Okay, so here again, here you are, this is the day array. Alright, now here you have another alert. Alright, and you're using the expression for the day array, and that is the correct expression. Now, you're also concatenating incorrectly because everything inside an alert goes inside one opening and one closing parenthesis. You don't have to do that. You can do this. But now notice, you have another array, my array. Where is that my array? Oh, it's down here. Well, JavaScript hasn't got there yet. Alright, so you're not going to see anything happening here because you're actually defining your array down here. Now, I realize that that is just a test, but I'm just showing you the problem with your logic. Alright, now, you did this correctly. Alright, what you're kind of. Alright, the thought process was correct. Alright, all references to the page go inside an anonymous function, but your anonymous function is not correct. Alright, there is no semicolon at the end of that, and technically the semicolon should be there. Alright, so we're referencing ID equals thought, which is right here. Okay, very good. Unfortunately, in order to have a first child, something has to be there, so we need an empty space. Alright, so if we were to try to run this, we should see my array the day, and that's right here, so we should see be kind to animals. So if we don't see it, that means that there's still another problem. So let me load this, and let me reload it. Alright, so there's still another problem somewhere. Alright, so let's take a look at where that is. Today equals new date. Alright, let me just, I'm not sure where the problem is. I tend to think it's up here, but that looks correct to me. These are forward slashes. That is correct. I have that saved. Let me just go into File, Recent Files. Alright, so this is what I was working on prior. Alright, var today. Yeah, if you notice here, alright, this is what I was working on before I started the video. Alright, now everything looks right. So there's something else that's wrong in that other file because, yeah, you can tell by the color coding it's all purple. So what is different here? There's script. So I commented that out. Here, this is correct. I commented, let me just do this. Control C. And let me just put this in here. Control V. Alright, something is definitely wrong. Alright, in any case, this is what I did before I started the video, and this is the one that works, and I can send you this one if you'd like. Alright, so here we have the correct object declaration. Now these alerts should work. We have fixed this down here, so if I load this, there's your alert, there's your alert, and there's your output. Now remember, this is still pure HTML. Alright, so I thought this would be more valuable than trying to explain it in an email letter.